Selling digital products on Etsy right now continues to be all the rage, and it's really no surprise because that mostly passive income where you've done all the work before you set up the listing and then you get the cha-ching and the money comes in, there's nothing else to do. It's pretty awesome. And now we have all these amazing AI tools to help us create art. If you are like me and you're not necessarily artistic, although you love to be creative, it's an amazing, amazing time to be an entrepreneur. Now, unfortunately, the word on the street, and P.S., it's all lies, is that Etsy is too saturated for digital products. You hear that for all kinds of things, like, but especially digital products and print on demand. And I have a print on demand video about this as well. It is so not true. My job in this video is going to be to show you how they are not saturated and how to find the opportunities that are kind of hidden and my little strategies and tools for being able to see where there's something I can create that's still in great demand, but super low competition, because that's the sweet spot. A lot of new sellers come onto the platform and they are trying to compete in these massive, massive niches with these keywords that are extremely broad, and they end up not even getting views on their listing. And so my trick is we're going to niche down, we're going to get more specific, and I'm going to show you how to find those keywords and those opportunities today. If you stay till the end, we're actually going to go over 3 opportunities for listings you could create right away in the digital product space that you will be able to rank for and be able to make sales if your design is strong enough. And I am going to show you exactly what they are at the very end. But for now, let's dive in. Let's go over to Etsy and actually start taking a look at the digital product category and start seeing. I want to disprove this myth that it's really saturated and show you how many opportunities there actually are. Okay, so over here on Etsy, I like to use this third-party tool that was not available when I got started, so you have such a leg up, but I highly suggest this tool called Everbee, which just integrates into your Etsy shop and integrates into your Chrome extension, and it's going to give you so much data to help you make informed decisions, because I know, especially if you're interested in digital products, that time is a hot commodity for you. You don't have buckets of it. You want to leverage, like that's why you want digital products. So Everbee is this extension that is going to come over here. It's going to tell you all kinds of data that I'm going to show you how to use, and it's going to help you save time by telling you where the opportunities are, what the keywords are that you should be using, and how profitable particular products can be. So let's start in the Etsy search bar. We're going to start with printables. And there's millions of printable listings on Etsy. So the first thing that I want to do is just filter by bestseller so that we can get pared down to the ones that are performing the best on the platform. There's not a bestseller filter, but if you scroll down and you click star seller and then show results, and then you come up to the address bar and you carefully remove the word star and you replace it with best, watch this filter. It's going to update. I'm going to hit enter, and that's going to turn into bestseller. And now every result we look at, whether it's an ad or a regular listing, is going to be a bestseller. And the little B's, that's how we find out the data. So we're looking at all the bestsellers in digital, in the printable, specifically in printables. And my secret tip is that I like to look for listings from shops that are newer. And I can tell at a glance by looking between these parentheses, that's how many reviews a shop has. And so if it's under 1,000 reviews, like this one or this one, or this one, or this one, or this one, I know that it's either a newer shop, they don't have a ton of reviews, and or it's a slower growing shop. So they've been around for a while, but it's not like they have the advantage of they're the OG shop, so they get the best ranking. No. We love it when we see a shop that's smaller, because if they're able to compete with this listing in this space, then so are we as a new shop. I really like the look of this one here. This is kind of like a vintage antique daisies vibe going on here. I love it. So also this dispels the myth that wall art is super saturated, which is what I used to think, but it is not true at all. We can see this is a newer shop with only 93 reviews. I'm going to click our little B, and Everbee is going to tell me all the data. By the way, if you want to try Everbee, which I encourage, there is a free version. You can grab a link in down below. It's not going to give you all of the data that I have, but you'll be able to get a feel for the tool. And then if you want to upgrade, I highly recommend it because I use it every single day for my Etsy shops. This listing has been up for 17 months. Wow, that is a while. It's sold 158 times. It's bringing in about $120 a month, actually. So the Everbee monthly revenue does not take into consideration if they run sales, because shops turn them on and off. So we need to knock about 60% off of this. But they're making over $50 a month on this item. And let me tell you something. It's all well and good. It's super fun to get a listing that pops off and you're making over $1,000 a month from one listing. But what happens if it gets copied, or what happens if it goes out of style? And then all of a sudden you've got this huge drop in income. So I'm here for the trends. I'm here to hit it big. But what I'm really excited about is to build a shop where I've got like 200 listings that are all performing at, $50 to $100 a month for me. And like to get there, you don't be deceived. Like this is very easy, very simple work, but it's not necessarily easy. You're probably going to need to get 1,000 to 2,000 listings in your Etsy shop to get 200 plus that are really performing for you. But look at this. Let's say we've got 200 listings out of our 2,000, and each one of them is bringing in $100 a month. That is a $20,000 a month, mostly passive income. So I love one like this where I know I can compete. It's doing well for this person. If I scroll down, I can see from here exactly what tags they're using. So this tells me the tags that they have on their listing. This tells me how many times it's searched per month. And this tells me how many competing listings there are for that tag. So interesting here, textile, printable tapestry, antique tapestry, floral, and that one's pretty saturated. These are all okay. I'm actually more excited when I find one that has under 5,000 competing listings. While this is perfectly fine and you could create something like this with AI very quickly and easily to compete, wouldn't be, a bad choice. To me, it's not quite worth it. I'd like to see it be a little more competitive and or be making a lot more money. So a good one, but not an awesome one. And let's keep looking. I'm going to try and see if I can find another that is a newer shop. And we just keep hunting away. Oh, this is so cute with this girl laying on this little chaise longue. Oh, wow. This is making $472 a month. It's only been up for 5 months. It has sold 307 times. That's amazing. How old is this shop? Only 11 months old, 5,000 sales. Yeah. This is, again, something you could definitely create with AI, something similar. And look at this. Arch geometric print is pretty good. 98 searches a month, 3,900 competing listings. And this is really good. Emerald green print, 482 searches and 11,000 competing listings. So here we've already seen 3 things that we could create that are not super saturated. Of the 3 so far, this is the best one in terms of what it could bring in a month. And then having some keywords here in the green where there's fewer competing listings. I want to just see, I bet this is like Easter, but we don't need to talk about that quite yet. I want this to work year round. Look at this. $136 a month. Well, 35. It's brand new. It's a brand new listing. That'll be one to watch. That would be one that I'd come up here and star and ever be to keep an eye on because I could create for it later. This one is a more established shop, but it is catching my attention because, first of all, how simple would this be to create? All guests must be approved by the dog. It would be simple to create. And also, I just feel like dogs are super popular. I'm just curious to see. Okay, so it's running a sale. They're bringing in about $100 a month from that one. It's been up for 8 months and sold 109 times. I am curious. Oh my gosh. This shop is just over 2 years old and has 70,000 sales. That is incredible. That is possible. I'm so glad we clicked on this because I want you to know that in 2 years you could have this many sales. That is incredible. Okay, can we just do the math? Because let's say you had 70,000 sales at $2 a piece. That's 140,000 divided by 2. That's 70,000 a year, mostly passive. That is exciting results. Okay, but let's just take a look at their tags. Oh my gosh. So here's kind of what we want. Oops. We want under 5,000 competing listings for part of our tags. And this has dog quote sign. That one's great. And canine poster. And that one's great. Humorous dog art is good. Funny dog poster is good. Dog quote. And then it keeps, oh my gosh. So this is actually a really good one to create for, even though it happens to be an established shop, although they're not that old, right? Here's what I love to do in my tags. I love for at least half, but up to 60% of my tags to be like 20,000, or if I have to, it just depends on how busy the niche is, 50,000 competing listings or less. I want as many of them, on Everbee, if you're in the green, or under 5,000 competing listings or less, because the way the algorithm is going to work is when somebody searches, let's say they search dog quote sign because it's, low saturation, and I show up because it's low saturation and people are like, oh, and they like it and they favorite it and they buy it. Then Etsy goes, oh, people like this when they see it. And then they start showing me in the bigger one, funny dog poster. And now, even though it's more saturated, I'm showing up there because I did well in dog quote sign. I do well there. I get favorites. I get purchases. I get kicked up into gift for dog mom, which is now huge and lots more searches a month. And that's how I start getting many, many, many sales because again, even if it's not like I'm going to sell to all 78 of these searchers in a month. The way that it happens is because you get kicked up into the higher competition classes. So it's not just the OG shops who are going to show up for those big powerful keywords with tons of searches. You can do it, but you kind of slide in the back door and start ranking for the low saturation searches. And so this is a pretty decent spread of keywords. I would like to see a few more that are lower, that are like lower competition. What I would do is I would copy and use a bunch of these, and then I would go search for canine poster or humorous dog art. I'd filter by bestseller. And I would look at some of the others that are ranking as bestsellers and grab some SEO from them. So I have kind of a combination of more than one bestseller listings SEO. And hopefully by doing that, grab more that are like under 20,000 competing listings and less. So like super hot take there. Like I hopefully just cracked it open for you. All you need is Everbee. So as we get ready to move into our 3 opportunities that you could start designing for today that are going to be like good demand, lots of searches and low competition, I wanted to let you know that if you are getting ready to start on Etsy and there are lots of things that you need to learn, you're in those early stages or you've been on for a while and you've been running into roadblocks, I have a beginner course that I'd love for you to check out. It's called 6-Figure Secrets to Getting Started on Etsy. It's very low ticket. It's under 3 hours, no fluff. I'm going to get to the point and I'm going to teach you how to find opportunities, how to find trends, how to write your SEO, how to set up your listings, especially the digital ones, because there's a little finagling you've got to do there. I'm going to actually teach you how to write your descriptions. I'm going to teach you how to get good images in there. Everything that you need, I am going to teach you in under 3 hours. So snag that. In the description, I will include a coupon code for you to get it even cheaper. It's very low ticket and get you started and save a lot of time. I have had hundreds of students go through this course and get really, really good results. So I'm excited for you. And now let's pop back over to Etsy and take a look at some of these opportunities. The first one I wanted to let you know about is Tumblr wraps. So in the Tumblr wraps are a very, very big niche on Etsy, believe it or not. But this is a bit of a hidden gem of a micro niche, and that is the fishing life niche. Who knew? But you could totally use AI like Midjourney to create images like this. You can create a prompt that will generate it for you. And I want you to notice on this first page of bestsellers, these are all bestsellers. There are so many that are like newer shops. This one's newer, this one's newer, this one's newer, this one's newer. And as we scroll down, so many of these shops, these are not all the like OG, lots of reviews shops. They are newer ones. And that tells me that this is a way into the Tumblr wrap market. If we were to click on them, what I would do is I would suggest that you grab Everbee if you want to design for this. I'm going to give you this SEO right now, but for whatever you want to design for, you can come in and find out where these opportunities are that are in the green. So for your fishing tumbler, 30-ounce fishing tumbler is a good keyword. Fishing life design, fisherman tumbler, fishing tumbler wrap, 20-ounce fishing tumbler, bass fishing tumbler. Let's pop in another one. This one's actually in more established shop. Let's see what their thing says. Fisherman tumbler, I think we got. Lake tumbler is good. Fishing tumbler is good. Okay, that's enough from that one. Fishing life design, great. Fishing JPEG, JPG. Fishing tumbler wrap. And let's see what this one says. I don't know if we already got that. Bass fishing tumbler. I know we got bass something. Fisherman wrap. Fishing life tumbler, fishing tumbler wrap. Okay, you've got more than 13 there. And actually, you want to add a few that are higher competition, so that you can then bump up into those bigger classes. But like, this is a super win. Jump on it. Lots of opportunity here. The next opportunity is going to be for prints, which we've kind of talked about earlier in the video. This is a really hot keyword right here. Believe it or not, I would have thought it would be saturated. You would not believe the things that we think are saturated and that aren't at all. There are a ton of bestsellers for the keyword beachy print set, 23 results, but many of them are newer shops. This is a newer shop. 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 Really, really interesting. So if we were to peek at this one first, it's kind of like a vintage vibe photography. Again, you could totally create that with AI and then putting some filters on it if you needed to. This listing is, okay, so it's got a sale of 45% off. So it's bringing in a little over $300 a month, which is incredible. It's been up for 7 months. And yeah, Retro Surfer Van is a good one. California Surf, Coastal Gallery Art, Ocean Surf Prints, excellent. This one here looks more like a painting, but it is a digital download. Again, you could make this using AI. Let's see what Everbee says. The listing's been up for 5 months. It is bringing in $644 a month. How old is this shop? 15 months old. Like, it's relatively new, but this is, I can see why it's a bestseller. It's really pretty. It's kind of a watercolor, hand-drawn vibes. Okay, let's see the SEO. That's where it really, oh my gosh. Look at all these in the green. So, Ocean Food Portrait is great. Coastal Granddaughter is really good. Beachy print sets are main keyword term. Meet me at the beach. Oyster shell art. Beachy wall art. Yes, please. Really, really great. Lots of low competition SEO for this one. And frankly, decent search numbers as well. More than I often see. So this is a great one if you want to do printables. Who knew you could do beaches? I would have thought it would have been the most saturated. If you like the idea of this AI art that I keep mentioning, but you have no idea how to do it, I recently did a workshop that you'd be more than welcome to check out. It was the Etsy PNG AI workshop, and we went over how to create Tumblr wraps and PNGs to sell on Etsy. It was the best workshop I have ever done. We covered everything from how to find the opportunities, how to then go ahead and prompt in Midjourney, and how to work Midjourney to get it to create what you want, how to then go and turn that into a design you can put on Etsy, how to actually set up the listing. I actually gave you my Etsy listing descriptions for these products that I make. You can copy and paste them. It's going to save you a ton of time. I showed you how I did the SEO, and there's a whole bunch of extras in there on using Midjourney and using Etsy and all kinds of tips that I included. So in the description of the video, you can grab this, and there is a coupon code for this as well if you would like to. It's also affordable. If you would like to grab that and learn exactly how you could be creating this AI art, I would be thrilled to help you. I had a guy who came to that class, and within 48 hours, he had sales coming in on new things that he created from what he learned. And now it's been about a month since then. A month later, he has a bestseller. He has well over 100 sales, and he's like, the sky is the limit. He's really excited. It was a great workshop. Our final opportunity would be in the Coquette PNGs. So if you're going to create a PNG right now, the Coquette trend continues to be super hot. If you're not familiar with it, it's really girly. It's usually identified by a very feminine pink bow, but now we are seeing the bows show up in all different applications, and we're seeing trend combining of other things with the bow as the Coquette trend continues to be like blossom. So we can see it here kind of combined with the school niche, like the bow, like a pencil tied into a bow. We're seeing it here for Easter. We're seeing it here for hunting season, combined with the Christian niche, combined with the toile pattern that is super popular right now, combined with the book niche, combined with St. Patty's Day and with Mardi Gras. So you can see we are seeing this just infiltrate everything. And so if there was anywhere I was going to tell you, go design for this, your odds are pretty good, it's going to be the Coquette niche. This is going to be where you're going to need your own Everbee, because your keywords really need to be very specific to what you decide to create. So this toile Easter bunny with the Coquette spin, the SEO for that, it is a bestseller, so we know it's making sales, but Everbee, it's so new as a listing that Everbee doesn't have data on it yet. But we do have the tags. So Coquette Easter bow would be great. Chinoiserie bunny. Chinoiserie is technically a different type of pattern, but it is this monochromatic blue, but it typically has like Asian influences in it. For some reason, though, on Etsy, we're seeing toile, which is short for toile de joie, and chinoiserie are interchanged a lot. So if you see, they kind of mean the same thing on Etsy, just not in real life. But that's a great keyword for if you're using this kind of bluish floral pattern. And then preppy Easter PNG is great. But like if you were going to go create a teacher Coquette bow, you wouldn't want to use those keywords, right? Instead, you would be like grabbing pencil bow PNG, Coquette pencil bow. You see what I mean? Second grade PNG. You'd be grabbing very different keywords. So this is where you're going to need the tool for what you decide to make. But let's talk through like, there's still so much potential in when you trend combine. Like if you were to go just create a pink bow to sell, I would tell you that probably won't sell. That's kind of saturated now. It's when you do this trend combining, like how here she is worthy. They've brought in like the kind of Christian or faith niche trend combined with like a denim bow. Wow, and it's making them $120-ish a month in just 2 months. So yeah, she is worthy is a great keyword. Cute, girly, Christian's good, coquette shirt ideas. So I see how those keywords aren't going to help you if you're going to go try to make a pink bow, which again, don't recommend anyway. Here for like hunting, we've got duck camo. These are not, this is a good little teaching moment. These are not good keywords. These are called head keywords, and you want to use long tail keywords. So instead of the head word just being one word, you want it to be several words, as many characters as you can add in. So they are probably ranking more based on what is in their title with the coquette, girly, preppy hunting bow than they are from their tags, which are way, way too general. This would be another good one to look at. Mardi Gras. I'm curious to know how much it's brand new, so we don't know what it's doing yet, but the keywords are great. Coquette Mardi Gras throws, glitter bow PNG, Mardi Gras bow, New Orleans festival, Mardi Gras outfit, Mardi Gras PNG. So you can see how they put the bows in the shape in the colors of Mardi Gras in the shape of the state of Louisiana, which was an absolutely brilliant thing to do. So those are your 3 concepts. I hope you feel so inspired. I hope that you are so confident now that this space on Etsy in digital products is still very viable. There's so much room at the table for you. I am cheering for you as loud as your mom. And if you know what, if you want to invest in one of my paid things that can help you go even faster and show you all of the tips and tricks over my shoulder, grab it. If not, I really respect that. Come on over to the podcast. It's called How to Sell Your Stuff on Etsy. Totally free content. We talk about everything I can. The only downside is you can't really see it visually, right? Because we're having conversations. But I would love to support you on your journey. I'd love to know how it goes. And more than anything, I just want to get across that there's space for you and you can do this. And I'm here to help. Have an awesome day. I'm so glad we got to hang out.